What is up, everyone? As you see in the title, there is more drama going on in this funky ass place. Yesterday there was an incident around 3 between the entire hour block of 3 and 4. There was more drama that took place in this motherfucking funky ass apartment complex. And let me tell you, cops were involved, the landlord got involved. There was some shit. Okay, so whole time span here. 6 months we lived in this apartment complex. 6 months, right? We moved in the end of August, and it's February, so it's almost 6 months. This will be the 6th month, and like the 20th or whatever. And let me motherfucking tell you all, it has been annoying and stressful and all of that to live here. And I'm not bullshitting in the least, right? Because we have a neighbor from hell, and I'm not making that up. We have a neighbor from hell, and the hoe live up there, and she a hoe ass hoe. Let me try and tell you all. For 6 months, in this 6 month time frame, I was assaulted, I was threatened twice, and I have been continuously harassed by this bitch. And it is because, and I swear to God, I'm not making this up, it is simply because I smoke. I do not smoke in my apartment. I smoke outside. I smoke on my porch where everyone is allowed to smoke who is a smoker. Okay? So since I moved in here, she's had a problem with it. It gets in her window. She can smell it, and she has white furniture. Suck my ass, bitch, because you on the 2nd floor. We on the 1st floor. I smoke right next to our windows. Smoke don't come up in here. Our house don't smell like smoke. Our furniture don't look like smoke. Like, really. Okay? So, in September, she threatened me. She said, or maybe it was still August. She said, if you continue to smoke on the porch, I will continue to make your life hell. I'm not making that up. That was her threat. So, that's what she's been doing, because I've continued to smoke on the porch. Because it does say in my lease that I can smoke out there. It does say in my lease I cannot smoke in my apartment. But it does also say in the lease that you cannot be a nuisance to your other tenants. So, and what she's doing is being a nuisance. So, all the time I hear her dog bark. She stomps up and down these steps that are right next to us. So we hear her all the time walking up the steps, because she always wears heels, because she's a hoe. She's a hooker hoe. So she's stomping as loud as she can, right? And then, of course, she's above us. So she's constantly stomping, dropping shit, letting her dog bark, just make all kinds of noise. And I promise you all, it is 24/7. Yes, it is quiet now because the hoe ain't here. But let me tell you, it is all the time. I know I've done a couple of YouTube videos just within the past week. And during the videos, you can hear her stomping around and doing all her shit, because that's what she does. So yesterday, I was in here and I was cooking something, and all I hear is her dog barking. And let me tell you, I understand dogs bark, okay? But this dog will bark and bark and bark and bark and bark, and the bitch will just sit there, and I think she like rubs herself to it, because she lives in dysfunction. It's annoying, it's loud, it's constant. Bitch, I have had enough at this point. So I'm in the kitchen, which is, you know, right over there, and as I'm cooking, the dog's just barking, 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 barking. She's not getting it to be quiet. It's continuing to do its thing. I take my cabinet door and I give a solid 1, 2. Bam, bam. What that hoe do? I swear to God, she right above me, and she stomps on the ground. 1, 2. Dog keep barking. I said, okay, hoe. I got you, boo. So, I text the landlord. Oh, let me give y'all this part too. Like, I've let this part out in so much. Just last Thursday. No shit. 1 o'clock in the morning, right? I don't know if you can see. Front door, right there, okay? If you open that door, here, I'll give you a diagram. You open this door. Bam, right there, right? So you see that door, that's the outside door. You can see outside right there. Okay? Thursday, 1 o'clock in the morning, she out there with her people, 2 of her girlfriends. And I wish I was a smart bitch and recorded it in the moment, but I didn't. I just sat here and listened because of the audacity. Anyway, her and 2 of her friends out there, 1 o'clock in the morning, yelling as loud as they motherfucking can for 5 minutes. Thursday night, 1 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, that's a whole noise ordinance. And I should have called the cops on her then, but I didn't. Okay, so anyway. Cabinet, solid 1-2. Her foot stomp 1-2. I called the police. I texted the landlord, and I told him, this is still an ongoing situation after 6 months. This is what happened today. I need to know if you can handle it or if I need to call the police. Okay? Well, he never texted me back. Never. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I called the police. The police came out here, which I love, because they, like, got her. It was great. And I just want to say, shout out to the Lodi Police Department, because I have never had nothing but respect and compassion when dealing with them. They're the most respectful police force I think I've ever dealt with in my life. They're never cocky, they're understanding, they're all of that. They're helpful. Like, I shout out to the Lodi Police Department. But they came out here, and I told them what's been going on. You know, I told them the constant situation and all that, and how she's constantly just making my life hell. She's living to her threat, and it's too much, right? So, cops came out here, they took my side, then they went upstairs and talked to her, which was funny, because let me tell you, that cop pulled up, and I'm outside, obviously, on the porch, smoking, and, we're sitting there talking, and her dog's just automatically just bah, 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 bah. And that's how it is here. If you walk out the door, the dog's barking. If you stand on the porch and you're talking, the dog's barking. You could just be walking past, and the dog's fucking barking. She does not do nothing to shut the dog up. Right, so dog started barking instantly. I'm like, see, this is why you're here. This is what I'm putting up with. This is all the time. She don't get it to stop. So I slammed my covers, blah, blah, blah. She didn't take it as I'm being loud. She just said, I don't give a fuck, stomped above me and let the dog keep barking. And I did explain to the cop, excuse me, I got a burp. I did explain to the cop, I slammed my cupboards because I cannot talk to her. My landlord's talked to her like 5 times. The police have called her, talked to her, interacted with her numerous times. Every time I try to talk to her, she'll just walk away and ignore me. Be a hoe stuck-up bitch. I'm like, so that's why I slammed my cupboards, because I don't know how else to tell her she is bothering me. He said, all right, I'll go talk to her. Cool. So he walks up the steps, starts, talk to her, and the dog's just going wild. And so, like, she opens the door, and he's like, are you good? Like, why's your dog so wild? You need your dog to get quiet. He needs to be quiet. And I guess she was fidgeting with the dog or whatever, because I kind of heard the dog, like, yelp and all that, so she was probably trying to pick it up and put it away or whatever. And, he was going back and forth, and he's like, if your dog has that much energy, you need to take your dog outside for a while, because this is, like, a residence, and you cannot disturb, and blah, blah, blah. And she must have been saying something, because I heard him say, well, this is a private property, which I don't know what that means. I don't know, but, so the cop came back downstairs and talked to me. And catch this motherfucking tea, I swear to God. He said her complaint is you slam your door all the time, which is fucking hysterical because I don't slam my door. She slams her door. She slammed her door. If I'm outside on the porch, which she did this yesterday too, because after the cops left, I went back outside to smoke a cigarette, and she slammed her motherfucking door. I'm not making this up. This is the bitch that slams the motherfucking door. Now, I'm not going to play innocent. I've slammed my door, and it has always been in retaliation to her slamming her door. And so I probably slammed my door 2 or 3 times total, and it's always been right after she'd slammed her door. But anyway, he said, she said that y'all slam your y'all's door too much, and also y'all been having an ongoing situation with your smoking. And I was like, Okay? I'm allowed to smoke there. She is not allowed to disrupt my peace. Complete difference, okay? One is legal, the other is illegal. And that's what I don't get about how things work here. I ended up going back to the police station last night because I was going to file charges. I have a year to file the assault charges. Hallelujah. So, you know, she assaulted me in August. I have up until August to file the assault charges against her. I can file harassment charges against her. And I can do a noise complaint. So, you know, when my dad got home, I told him everything that happened. We went to the police station because I just had more questions anyway. And so I went to the police station and I asked him, I said, I really need to know what I can do. I said, because I've tried all these things and people won't, she won't leave me alone. Because I even told the cop when the cop was actually here, and I told the cop at the police station the same thing. I said, I understand that it takes two to tango, so maybe, because she told the cops this, well, if he maybe stops smoking around here, maybe I'll control my noise. Now, how the fuck she could say that to the cop and the cop just be like, oh, okay. You know, really baffles my mind, because me smoking there is not fucking illegal, but you being a nuisance and disrupting my peace and constantly being loud, that is... I guess it's against the law. I know it's against the law to be loud and rowdy after a certain time. But I'm not sure about during the day or whatever. But it's in the lease anyway. I mean, it's in my lease. It's in my lease that I can smoke right there, and it is in my lease that we as a complex cannot be disruptive for our toward our other tenants. So... anyway, so I'm sitting there, you know, I'm talking to the cop about that. I'm like, I'm trying to understand how one is legal and acceptable and the other one is not. But because I do one, she's basically allowed to do whatever she wants to me. That's what my landlord told me. That's what she told me. And that's basically what the cop said to me when he came out to my apartment yesterday. I said, and that doesn't make sense. You know, because when I smoke a cigarette, I do not go outside to smoke a cigarette to piss the bitch off. I go outside to smoke a cigarette because I am a smoker. I'm a smoker. Okay, but she is making noise and doing the stomping and letting her dog bark and do all this shit in retaliation just because she's pissy. I'm like, so I'm really, I need someone to make that make sense for me. Anyway, so we're going back and forth, and he gave me some great ideas too. You know, he reevaluated. I can do all three of those things, but he did tell me, he's like, look, if you, yep, same lady, Tammy, same hoe-ass bitch upstairs. He did say that, he feels like with his personal experience, it would be a waste for us to actually go through the process of going through the courts because, you know, she'll get served with her papers. And then in return, of course, she will retaliate and come after me and with charges as well. So then we'll go to the courts, and the judge is not going to know who to believe, you know, whatever. So the judge is basically going to tell us to leave each other alone, and that's it. So nothing will come from it. So, and then he told me, he was like, but, which this is the part I love, because he was, they were both, the one that came here and the one I talked to at the police station, they were both like, okay, you say you talk to your landlord can't switch apartments for you or anything? I'm like, I've tried that, okay? And this place is horrible because it has a high turnover rate because we've been here for 6 months and 4 people have moved out. 4 different apartments have moved out because this place is horrible. I was like, so we had 4 opportunities, and he told me the first time I asked him that he cannot allow us to switch apartments because he would lose money. I said, so at the end of the day, and I said this to the cop at the police station, I said, so at the end of the day, he's only worried about his money. He's not worried about the safety and sanity of his tenants. Girl, check this tea. So he was like, okay. He was like, well, you can go to the courts for him. You can go to the division that handles that. He said, because you do have rights as a tenant. And he was like, so you can go to them and tell them what's been going on and basically how the landlords refuse to do anything about it because all they're worried about is money. Excuse me, I got to burp again. I feel it. Drinking some root beer. Excuse me. He was like, so you can do that, and they can come out and do a sweep and maybe make some shit happen. You know, he was like, because I don't recommend the courts for the hoe, and you know, he goes, if you want to do something other than wait out 6 more months, because that's what I told him. I said, I've been putting up with this for 6 months. I have 6 more months to go, and I don't have it in me. I do not have it in me. It is a constant thing. And it drives me insane because when she is here, all I hear is noise. And I understand there is, living in an apartment complex, you have second floor noise and all that. I get it. When her floors are creaking because she's walking, that don't bother me because that is second floor noise. However, when I hear woo, 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 all the time, that's not second floor noise. That's you just being a nuisance. And that's what I cannot take. And I told him, I said, I don't have 6 more months in me. I said, because this has been so ongoing. Foo-foo, shut up. This has been so ongoing that I am getting aggressive with it. And that's what scares me at the end of the day, because, you know, at the beginning I'm like, okay, I'll just keep reporting everything. I'll keep the cops. I'll be the good boy so, you know, I can help win this case. But this, I mean, it's just so much. I'm just like, nah, bitch, she's gutter and I can get gutter too. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind slamming shit, slamming doors, yelling, screaming, tugging, pulling, you know, smoking 10 cigarettes at a time outside your window. Like, I don't care. If we're going to get gutter, we can get gutter. But I don't want to. And I explained that to the cops. I said, I do not want to catch a charge because of her. I said, and I feel like it will happen because I keep turning to people to help me, and I cannot get help in this state, in this problem, and I don't know why. So anyway, I said I can go after the landlord. And I can't believe I never really thought about that. I know I tried to go after him before, but that was more for withholding rent, right? So that was a completely different thing to do with him. I was never really informed that I could go against him for the safety and all this and blah 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 that he clearly don't care about. So this is where I need my Facebook people to come in because I don't know what to do. I can do that. I can go to the courts. I can do the process. It wouldn't really be suing him. I wouldn't be suing him. Shut the fuck up, foo-foo. I wouldn't be suing him, but I could take him to court to get it solved through the courts. Or I was thinking, or first of all, I can give him the respect for whatever reason and give him a heads up and let him know this is what needs to be done. Or I'll go to the courts like the cops told me to do, because I think that would do something too. But I was thinking about it really hard last night. I should just break my motherfucking lease. Because at this point, I don't care. I don't care to break my lease. Because we still got 6 more months. I was thinking giving him a 2-month notice, a 60-day notice, and he's going to come back at me and he's going to threaten me and I'm going to take you to court because I'm a lawyer and you're going to have court costs and you're going to have to pay. Which I'm ready for because I have I have voice memos, I have videos, I have text messages. I have a lot of proof or evidence. And the biggest one that I have is him telling me he won't switch our apartment because he doesn't want to lose money in regards to this situation. And I think that would help me win the case. And I think if he knew that, I'm sorry, I just made my screen go so black. I think if he knew that, oh my God, I think if he knew that, he wouldn't fight. But I need y'all to tell me what to do. I don't know, would it be the smart case to just go to the courts about it and do the lengthy process that way, or just straight up tell him, look, this has been going on for 6 months, here's my 2-month notice, I'll try and pay you for the 2 months, but after that we out. And I say 2 months because that means that gives him 2 months to find someone to move into this apartment. That's not just us moving out cold turkey, which we could do. And I don't have to give him 2 months. It's a 30-day notice, but I figured I can do 2 months, give us time to find somewhere to go, and give him time to find someone to move in here, because I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm not. And if I can't get this bitch locked up, I mean, I can get her locked up for the assault. But clearly she's not going to stop. Clearly she knows how to work the system, because she already knows, like she did with the cop. All she has to do is throw a complaint against me too, and that's it. It's dismissed. And it's like, okay, the cops are just like the judge. We don't know who to believe, so we got to tell you both to behave. Oh, that makes me so mad. I messed up my camera. Okay. So, yeah, the video ain't too long to go back, girl. You can't go back anyway because it's live. But I just need you all to tell me what to do, because I can't keep living like this. If I do, I'm gonna go bald. My hair's receding so hard. My hair's falling out because I am so stressed. I'm gonna go bald, or I'm going to jail. I don't know what to do. But I don't want to be here. I can't keep living like this. So, take his ass to court. Fuck him. He ain't help you out none, so why you want to help him? Amen. Amen, Mike. And see, but that's why I get really gutted, because I was thinking, instead of just fucking with the court system, I mean, he always wants to threaten people and scare people with his lawyer name. So, you know, instead of going through the whole courts, I just want to be like every other person who's lived here and be like, look, here's my 60-day notice. We out. We out. We're not paying for the other 4 months. You can find someone to move in here. Y'all don't listen to Stephen Nicholas Hawkins. That is my uncle, and he just like to talk shit. He just like to talk mad shit. But that's what I was thinking about, just giving my 60-day notice and dealing with it. But that's probably not the right way to do it, right? The probably right way would be to go to court about it. You know, I don't know what to do, but I cannot keep it up. I do not have 6 more months of this bullshit. I do not. I can't. I just want peace, and I can't have peace. And I have never been so attacked just because I motherfucking smoke. You know, like, and that's what I told the cop when I went to the courthouse. I'm like, look, I get it. You know, you can be considerate about other people's and what problems they have. I said, but it is in my motherfucking lease that I can smoke where I smoke, and it is also in my motherfucking lease that I cannot disturb the tenants around me, and that is what she is doing. So even if it's not a legal thing, but see, anyway, that's why he rounded it back to the landlord. So I know I'm going after the landlord. It's not called litigation, bitch. It's called the civil, I can't even remember. Civil division, landlord, tenant, courts, bitch. Thank you. I know, come back home. Yeah, right? Exactly, Mike. If he's a lawyer, he should know the fucking tenant laws, and that's what irritates me, because I agree. Yet he doesn't do nothing. Now, he did text her yesterday. He did, but he texted her. He never texted me back. It was like 30, 40 minutes in between. So I texted him when the cops were here, and I said, never mind. I went ahead and called the police. Thank you for your time, though. And I was smart, because you see, I sent him this long-ass text, no response, so I sent that. And then, of course, right away, he texted me back and said, I texted her 10 minutes ago. Okay, well, you could have told me that. But see, he don't care. And that's my problem. He don't care. No one gives a fuck about the safety of these people around here. And I get it. She's a hoe-ass bitch. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. I ain't scared of her. I ain't worried about her. I want my sanity. Right? I want sanity. That's it. And I can't keep doing this. 6 months? What would anyone else do? Anyway, let me get off here before my foo-foo make me fight him. Because he always talking shit. That's what's been going on. That's what's happening. So, if I end up in jail, I just need someone to have some kind of bail money or something, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'll keep everyone posted, though. I will. I'll keep everyone posted. My dad, he called me today, and he was like, you know, you want to go to the courts or whatever. So that's why I went ahead and did this live video. I was going to do the live video anyway to tell everyone what happened, but I wanted to see everyone's opinion on, would it be smarter to just be a bitch and say, here's my 60-day notice, you gone, or we gone, or actually go to the courts. So if everyone's leaning on the courts, I'll probably do that because I need to know my rights anyway. I mean, I need to know my rights. Because that's the thing, I don't know what my tenant rights are. I mean, I can have an idea, but I don't know. But I know this violates my rights, so... Anyway, I'll keep you all posted. I want to end this live before my uncle finishes typing out whatever he's whatever he's trying to say. So I love you all. Thank you all so much for supporting me and giving me advice and you know, being here for me. I really appreciate it, because then a lot of times I feel alone as fuck because this shit is annoying. But I'll keep everyone posted and I'll see you all around. Bye, guys.